Being partially blinded was obviously never part of the plan, but maybe it was for the better. Maybe it saved me. At first, my world fell apart, and it felt like it would never be whole again. It ruined the one thing I've always wanted, to become a police officer. I've always admired them and respected the work they did. I've always wanted to help people, and part of me also wanted to understand the pain people were going through, and in my eyes, becoming a police officer was the only way I could do that. But unfortunately, life takes its own path and redirects into the unknown territory, and you are forced to adapt and overcome. It was early in the evening when this call came through, somewhere around 8 p.m. on a Saturday. "911, what's your emergency?"
I don't know who to call, but I don't really know what to do.
"Are you or anyone else in immediate danger?"
I think so. I don't really know for sure, but something's not right.
"Something's not right with who? You?"
No, my neighbor. Sorry, I should really use my words better.
"That's okay. What's going on with your neighbor?"
I don't really know. You know when you see something that doesn't look right? Or like when something doesn't feel right? That's what I'm going through right now.
"Okay, what did you see?"
I was doing the dishes after dinner tonight, and I happened to look up and notice my neighbor's curtain was drawn. And I saw Karen, my neighbor, holding her baby. I haven't seen her out in a few days, which is not like her at all. But when I saw her, she looked sick, like really sick. It was really weird.
"How was it weird?"
She just didn't look right. She almost looked hurt or something. I don't know. I just kept staring because her eyes were bloodshot and she had these awful bags under her eyes. And then she turned and then I saw Stella in her arms. Poor girl.
"What about Stella?"
She kind of looked hurt too. Her face was completely swollen and it looked blue almost. I don't know what that even means, but I think they're being abused by her husband, Devin. That or they're really sick. I don't know.
"Okay, listen. I have your address listed here as 21 Oakland Avenue. Are they on the left or the right to you?"
Left. I hope I'm wrong, but I haven't even seen Devin leave either. It's just not like them at all. They used to bring Stella out every day and night around the neighborhood. Karen is always super friendly to me too, so when she closed the curtain like that, it made me think that maybe she's trying to hide something.
"Okay. Can I get your name?"
Lori Miller. Can I just say that I don't really know what I saw? I do, but maybe I'm just overreacting. I don't know. They're so nice. I never would have expected it.
"Well, we don't know what's going on just yet, so let's not jump to any conclusions. Police are on their way and should be there shortly."
Do you think I'm just overreacting?
"No, you said the baby had bluish skin, correct? Was it just her face? Did Karen look similar?"
I don't really know. Stella's arm kind of looked the same color, I guess. Karen just looked really pale. Do you think it's abuse?
I really can't say, but can you describe the blue color you saw? Was it light? Was it dark? Did it look like a fresh bruise?
Her face was just so swollen. It could have been recent. I don't know what shade of blue it was.
Okay, that's okay. You've given me a lot of information.
They're here. Now what? Do I go out and talk to them?
That's not necessary right now, but the police will want to talk to you and take statements, so just wait until they come to you, okay? I'm going to disengage the call. Have a good night, Lori. And with that, I ended my call. A week passed, and I almost forgot about the call when I got stopped by a fellow dispatcher on my way out of the door with a question I was not expecting. She asked if I had taken the call for 21 Oakland Avenue from the week prior. I said yes, my smile fading away in the process, and I asked why she was asking. I was confused as to what she knew that I didn't.
You haven't talked to any of the responding officers at all?
No. I haven't seen him. I was just waiting around to ask him. Was it bad?
It's really fucked up and sad.
Was it abuse?
No, at first that's what it looked like. Do you have kids?
I have a daughter, yes.
The baby was dead long before Harold arrived. So was the husband.
Murder?
No, natural causes and suicide. The baby died from SIDS, and the police think that the father committed suicide because of it. But Mom, she completely broke down. Go talk to Harold about it. He explains it better than me. But holy shit, I bet you didn't expect that.
Hey Harold, do you have a minute?
Yeah, sure. What's up?
I just spoke with Lucy about the 21 Oakland Avenue. It was last week. Do you know what happened exactly?
Oh, that one. Yeah. It was not what I expected. Come outside. It was definitely not abuse. That's for sure. When I got there, it was normal procedure, you know. Knock on the door and prepare to ask questions, but the second she opened that door, I smelt it. You ever smell a dead body?
No, not really.
It's definitely not a pretty smell. There's nothing like it. Have you ever seen someone who's physically there, but you know that mentally they're so far gone that talking to them would get nowhere? Well, that was the mother. I tried talking to her on the doorstep, but nothing came out of her other than her needing to feed her daughter. Now listen to this. I followed her into the house, and I would tell you right now, it was the most disturbing thing I ever saw. The child, the infant I should say, was laying there on the couch, rotted. I've seen some shit, but not like that.
Rotted?
At least 3, maybe even 4 days dead. She was leaking fluids and she was about to burst. Then I watched the mom lift the baby and take her breast out to feed the baby. The one day I wasn't with my partner and this kind of shit happens, go figure.
Holy shit.
Anyway, I basically had to pry the baby out of her hands. And she was convinced that her daughter was just sleeping. I had to call for backup because she went berserk.
So was it really SIDS? Or do you think something else happened?
It was definitely SIDS. Happens all the time. Just never gets to that point usually. When backup arrived, they were finally able to settle down the mother a little bit, and she kept telling me that she needed to speak to her husband because he would ensure that the baby was fine and was just sleeping. So I searched the house and finally found him in their en-suite. The smell really gave it away. His wrists were cut, and he was a little fresher than the daughter, but still a couple of days old. It was definitely suicide. She's being institutionalized now. I don't think she's getting out for a while.
Wow. I don't know how you do it.
Shit, me either.
After about a minute of just standing there, I walked over to my car, numbingly thinking about my fiancé and child. I ran through the what-ifs in my head. What if that was my fiancé? What if that was my child? What if that was me? Would I have taken matters into my own hands as well? I could feel the tears streaming down my face as I looked at my reflection in my car's window, and for the first time, I was glad I had lost part of my vision. This call came in around 10:30 p.m. on a Friday. "911, what's your emergency?"
I think someone is in my house.
Okay. What's your name and address?
Janice Martin, and the address is 321 Macaw Avenue. We haven't been here since the summer. My husband is coming tomorrow with the moving van.
Okay, Janice. Did you see the intruder?
No. Well, yes. I don't really know. I thought I saw someone when I pulled up, but I can't be sure.
Okay, where are you right now?
I'm in the car with my boys.
Okay, good. Did your boys see the intruder as well?
No, I don't think so. I've never been here without my husband. I could just be scared. First night jitters, I guess.
Well, listen, there's an officer en route, so they'll be able to check out the place for you, okay? We'll talk until they arrive. You said you have your boys with you. How old are they?
I have my oldest Philip and my youngest Alexander. They're 15 and 6.
Mom, stop freaking out. I didn't see anyone when we pulled up. I can even go in and check to make sure.
Absolutely not.
You're absolutely right. It's safer to stay where you are and wait until the police arrive. But I have to pee.
Really, Alex? You can't hold it?
No.
Go around to the back of the car and do your business. Do not go anywhere else.
Janice, where was the intruder when you saw them?
I thought I saw them in the front window, but I don't really know.
Okay. And you said you haven't been to the home since the summer, correct?
Yes, we last came here in June when we signed for the keys.
So it's been vacant since?
Yes.
I know it's been a while, but do you remember locking the door the last time you were there?
I always lock the door before I... Where's Alex? Alex? Alex!
Janice, can you see Alex?
No, he was just peeing. He was just behind the car, right? Philip, you saw him, right?
Let's not panic, okay? He might have gone to a tree or something. Let's just give him another second.
I need to find my son.
Mom!
Philip, where is your mom going?
She went towards the house. Do I go after her?
No, I want you to stay in the car until police arrive. I want you to tell me what you see if you see anything, okay?
I don't see... Wait, I think I just saw my mom. What if something bad happens to them?
We don't know that, so let's just wait it out until police arrive, okay?
The police are here! What do I do now?
Listen, just stay put. They'll know where you are, so they'll come and get you. Philip, I'm going to disengage the call, okay?
Freeze! This is the police. Don't move.
Mom!
Later that week, the entire station was buzzing about the call. It wasn't until I had a free moment that I was finally able to get the details from the responding officers. Apparently, after the 2 shots had been fired, police proceeded to enter the home, following the sounds of Janice's guttural wails. They walked out into the greater room, where they found Janice holding her 11-year-old son's body, rocking back and forth. Alex, unfortunately, passed away just before ambulances arrived on scene. According to Janice's statement, the intruder had aimed and fired his gun at her. However, her son, in an act of heroism, stepped out in front of her and took the bullet for himself. The intruder then proceeded to raise his gun once more, only this time pressed it against his temple and killed himself. Police said that her statements seemed to match what they had walked into, and also added that it looked like the intruder was, in fact, living in their home for quite some time. In the heart of my city, there sits an abandoned hospital. It stood in practice for nearly 60 years before closing its doors for the very last time in 2010. No trespassing signs and private property signs littered every external wall of the building, encouraging people to stay out. The city hoped that it would remain untouched. However, that didn't last, as it eventually became a hotspot for teens and adults to explore and party. It wasn't too long after that, rumors of the hospital being haunted circulated around the city. Once city officials caught wind of the stories and the break-ins, they decided to hire a security company with 12-hour surveillance shifts so the hospital could be monitored 24 hours a day. Despite the enforcement, people will still break in, and depending on the situation at hand, the police will get called. This call came in around 3 a.m.
"911, what's your emergency?"
Hi, it's Neil from Astro Security. I think I need an officer to swing by or something.
Okay, can you tell me why you need assistance?
I'm at the old hospital, and I'm not sure how to explain it.
Okay, listen, start from the beginning, and we'll take it from there, okay?
Well, I was checking the cameras like I'm supposed to do, and as I was flipping through them, I saw some guy standing in the nursery ward. The guy who trained me told me about some crazy dude likes to hide in the nursery ward. No one really knows how he gets in. I'm only a week and a half on the job, and it's my first day alone, and he told me that if I see the guy to scare him out of the building, but...
Neil, are you still there?
Sorry, yeah, I thought I lost one of the feeds, but it's all good.
That's okay. So you were saying that you tried to scare the guy out of the building, correct? Then what happened?
I went out to find him and kick him out of the building, but when I got up there, my flashlight ran out of juice, and the lights aren't allowed on because it makes people think that the hospital's still open. Anyway, when I walked onto the nursery ward, I was yelling for him to come out, and that if he didn't, I would get the police involved, and that's when he started laughing. I could barely see anything, so I just followed the sound, and out of nowhere, someone grabbed me by the arm and pushed me to the floor. It all happened so fast, but while it happened, I could still hear the crazy guy laughing down the hall, so I bolted out of there. There's no way it was him.
Did you recheck the cameras when you got back?
Yeah, I looked at them again, and the guy was still there, but there's no one else on that floor. I checked and then rechecked all the cameras, and I know you're probably thinking I'm crazy or something, but I have scratches on my arm from the other person on that floor. There's no way it was that guy unless he can be in two places at once. There is just no way.
Okay, so the scratches came from someone else grabbing your arm, and not the man who was laughing, correct?
Yes. The crazy guy's still there. I'm watching him right now. The other person is in the building somewhere. Wherever they are, I can't find them with the cameras, and I'm sure as hell not going back up there. The police can handle it now.
Okay. Listen, I've dispatched the police, and they should arrive shortly. Are you okay? Do you need paramedics for your arm?
No, I don't think so. It stings like a son of a bitch, but I think I'll be fit.
Neil, is everything alright?
The man, he's just gone. I've been watching him this whole time, and I looked away for a second to look at my arm, and he's gone. Wait, where is he going? Why is he running? Oh God. Oh God.
What is it? What's going on?
He's in the stairwells. He's running. What if he's coming for me? What do I do? I don't have a weapon. What do I do?
You're in an office, correct? Is the door locked to get inside?
Police arrived on scene about a minute after the call ended. Neil was found in the security office, unconscious, with a minor injury to his head. When they asked Neil about what had happened, he apparently had no recollection. He said that the last thing he remembered was getting to work. The officer swept the entire building looking for two possible suspects, both of which could not be found. They also said they checked every possible entrance that they knew of, but there were no signs of anyone entering the building. To this day, I receive calls from security about that same man in the nursery ward. However, after Neil's incident, they no longer leave their security office and immediately call police. Police still don't know how he gets in, but assumes that he's living somewhere within the abandoned hospital.